Hey guys, XO here. Welcome to Carries. This is what the module will look like. You have five digit numbers, but some of them might have leading zeros. And the idea of this module is simple in general, basically. So that was a terrible intro. So we're going to be adding together each of these numbers with the first and the second, then the total with the third, the total with the fourth. And we're going to be keeping track of when we have to carry a digit. If you don't know what carrying a digit is, it's when you're doing like columnar addition here, and you have to, and the total you get is bigger than 9, hence you have to carry a digit into the next column. The addition here will only ever give you ones, since we're only adding one digit numbers together. And we have to keep track of those carry digits to create a binary number, which then can be decoded into a letter, where we're going to be spelling a 3-letter word. So, starting with 01573 and 04666, we add these together, we get 9 with no carry digit. 7 plus 6 is 13, that's 3 with 1 carry digit. Which, remember, the carry digit is here, so we have 5 plus 6 plus the 1 down here. That gives us 2. That would normally be 11, but it's 12 with the extra carry digit down here. Basically, imagine it is we've got like a carry column up here. The first one had nothing. Well, the first one didn't have any carry digits. This one had no extra carry digit, but this one has an extra carry digit. If you've done columnar addition, it should be familiar to you. So we get 2 here with a carry digit. 1 plus 4 with extra carry digit gives us 6 with no carry. And then 0 plus 0 is 0 with no carry. And we then get a binary number down here. And if we translate that, we get 4 plus 2, which is 6, or F. So our first letter is F. And now we're going to add the next number onto it. 47016. We get 5 with carry. 3 plus 1 plus 1 is 5, no carry. 2 plus 0 plus 0 is going to be 2, no carry. 6 plus 7 will be 3 with carry. 0 plus 4 plus carry is 5 with no carry digit. So we then translate this. Is basic binary translation here. This is 2 to the power 0 or 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. So this is 8 plus 1, which is 9, which is I. Second letter is I. And now we're going to add the final number onto it. 29772. Just a side note before I carry on. There will be cases, as you can see here, that you get an extra digit over here when you need a carry on this column. Or rather, you get a carry from this column and you'll get a 1 here. In that instance, the extra addition only takes place in these columns because you only get 5-digit numbers. So the extra digits you get over here don't actually matter. You're not going to be adding to them anyway. They'll only be influenced by carry digits after you've already got the 5-digit binary number. So, anyway, back to this. 5 plus 2 is 7 without a carry. 5 plus 7 is 12 with a carry digit. And this is where it can get interesting. 2 plus 7, but on its own wouldn't be carried. But we get the extra carry digit down here. This is 1 plus 2 plus 7, which is 10, or 0 with 1 carry. This one is always a carry. 9 plus 3 is 12, but with extra carry, 13. Technically, we don't actually have to figure out the number here. We can just get the binary for the last one, which I might show with the last one if I remember how to do it correctly. And then 5 plus 2 plus 1 gives us 8 with no carry. This gives us 8 plus 4 plus 2 is 14, or N. Our word we're going to be submitting is fin. But then inputting the word also has an interesting function to it. We're going to be inputting it via doubling and then doubling and adding 1. So we had to figure out how to get to each of these numbers, starting from 1 by doubling and adding 1. So, for example, f is 6, we divide by that by 2 is 3. If we subtract 1 and divide by 2, we get 1. So we're going to be going from A to C to F, basically. Thankfully, the buttons here will show you the letter that they will map to. So we can press this button down here. This top button is a submit button, hence why it says A currently. Since we are currently on 1, so we would submit an A. This one will double it, this one will double it and add 1. So we're going to double it and add 1. And then we just double it. We get to F, and then we submit. And we get F as the first character here. Note the character. A strike will be incurred if a correct button is pressed at any point. The solution will not change. Okay, if you go too far, press a button that makes you not be able to make it to the number you're getting to, or whatever, or submit the wrong letter, it will strike and but the solution will not change. So next we need to get to 9. So we can subtract 1 and divide by 2 and get 8 and 4, then 2 then 1. So we're going to be doubling it, then doubling it and adding 1. There we go. Finally, we need to get to 14. That goes to 7. Minus 1 divided by 2 gets us to 3. And then minus 1 divided by 2 gets us to 1. So we're going to be double add 1, double add 1, double. And as you can see, these buttons are now empty because doubling or doubling or adding 1 will take us outside of the range of letters. And if we press this, we get self-module. Let's do another example. Two, 4, 6, 8, 6, 3, 7, 6, 3, 7, 4, 60. 6 with no carry. 4 with carry. That will be 11 with carry. This is why getting the number for the first two is crucial, because if you have the wrong numbers there, things might not be carries when they actually are, or vice versa. Actually, could it be vice versa? No, is it? Actually, I think I said the wrong one. Things might look like they aren't carries, but they are, basically. So this would be 7 plus 4 is 11, plus 1 is 12 with carry, and this is going to be 6 without carry. And we saw this one already. This was n. So that is n. This is 14 again. Add the next values on. 10504. That's 0 with carry. This is 5 without carry. This is 6 with no carry. 2 with no carry. This is 7 with no carry. So that's 1 or A. And then the last one, we technically don't have to figure out what numbers we have. We can just look at whether they're carries or not. Each of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be not a carry. That would be a carry. That would not be a carry. That would not be a carry. And that would not be a carry. This is 2 or B. Slightly easier letters here. N we already figured out. That was this one. So double add 1, double. Then A is just submit. And then B is double and then submit. Okay, so module. So that was carries. It's sort of using the carry digits, or those tiny ones, in sort of like a cipher sort of thing, which is actually quite an interesting concept. So that was carries. I don't think there was something else I need to explain. I explained the letters each on the buttons for convenience of determining the exact logic is letters next to the reader, which I showed. You can work backwards. So hopefully you understand how carries works now, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'll see you later.